right, welcome back to Diesel Talk. Working on a 2006 Chevy Silverado. Problem was that dash lights are not working. Now, when I looked at this puppy, I was looking at the 4x4 switches and they weren't illuminated either, but 2 high, 4 low, 4 high would work. So I just got no lighting here, either for the buttons to tell me what's engaged. Went ahead and played with the dimmer switch. There's a dimmer switch right there. And I also got the scan tool hooked up. So I got my Tech 2 hooked up. Let me get in here in the seat. And what we're looking at is I got some codes here, 2610, 2625. But if the problem again is I don't got no dash lights. So, but if I play with the dimmer switch, I move my hand right here with the dimmer switch, I can watch those dim out. So, and even the center is also dimming. See that? So we are dimming. The service four-wheel drive is because I got the connector off. So again, the service four-wheel drive is because I have the connector off. So that's working. So I know the dimmer switch, and even the lights on the door are also dimming. So, but I do have some codes here. Okay, I got the 2610 and the B2625. We'll go to that here in a second, but if I exit out of here, there is a body control module that controls, that's where I'm at here on the body control module, and I can watch my data and I can see the data from the inputs and outputs. But if you look right here, here's my dimming potentiometer, my reference voltage, that's all okay. And I'm also going to look at the indication for dimming. So go ahead and dim it out. So yeah, as I move, and I'm right here, I'm moving with my hand, I'm moving the dimmer switch, and I can see that the body control module is getting the indication and it's actually dimming, but there's no lights on the dash. This is where basics work. So let's go to service manual. Once again, let me exit out of here, and kind of takes you to, one of the first things you always want to check is the basics. Now, it took me a while but the code helped me because I was trying to look at the wiring diagram, but I got this 2610 and this 2625. So let me pause here and go to the service manual. So here's the code for the 2610, right there, 2610. And there's the circuit description, but one of the things you're gonna see right here is voltage for the instrument panel lamps, dim supply circuit, instrument panel lamps, dimly controlled circuit, and the LED dim and signal circuits is from TBC to amp. So therefore we got to start off with the fuse. So when I look and I scroll down to the diagnostic chart, it's probably going to tell me to check that fuse, right? So here we go. Now, step number 2 is a TBC fuse and instrument panel block open. Let's go check it. Okay, so here on the side panel, right here on the side, we got our instrument panel fuse box right there. So if I look really closely here on the bottom, what do we see right there? TBC, 2B and 2A and 2C. We're going to check the 2B. So we're going to go ahead and get in here and get some fuses out. And what do we got? Well, we're going to check this fuse. Let's take it off the pliers. Working with one hand, so fun. Well, we got a blown fuse. So there you go. So therefore we definitely, but just because you replace the fuse, I got a new fuse ready to go in here. And I got to put the right fuse, but right now we got a spare fuse. So we're going to go ahead and line her up down here. Get that fuse in there. Okay. And by the way, immediately I see the light on the side of the instrument panel light up. But the question is, and I think I found the problem, but the question is what took out, because now I do have lighting here. So I could even see a light right here on the side turn on when I put that fuse in there. The question is that I believe my problem was in the 4-wheel switch, the 4-wheel selector switch for 4-wheel drive, that guy right there. Because one of the terminals was a little corroded, so ever since then I've been wiggling and jiggling. That's why I even took the instrument panel off, put it back on, cleaned the terminals, but this one was a little bit iffy. So I believe that's what we are, but one thing I like to do is to wiggle and jiggle the wires And yes, I went ahead and also removed the radio too. I took that radio out and cleaned those terminals too. So we're not blowing any fuse. And take a look, it updated itself. There is no more codes for the instrument panel cluster. So a simple thing is, if you ever have a dash lights that don't work on this model truck, first go after the fuse panel. This is the instrument panel fuse, and there is another junction block. In other words, there's the battery junction fuse box over in the front of the engine compartment. So for now, just a quick tip on diagnosing instrument panel lights on a 2006 Chevy Silverado. Thanks for watching.